I want to state here that there is a sickness, a cancer in America that must finally be purged, and I am crusading to get it done. I've given my life as a sacrificial lamb, as it were, to have this cancer healed of our nation. And that cancer is that Black Americans continue to hold in a kidnapped Charles Lindbergh kidnapping state of being, the whole state of America. That though slavery ended in 1865, Black people today, more than at any other point in history, have kidnapped all of America's dreams and all of her potential. All of what America could be has been kidnapped by the minority called the African American people, and those dreams and potentials are being held hostage for ransom. And a part of the ransom that has been paid but has not been sufficient while the kidnapping continues has been all of the programs that have been ascribed, the monies given, the funding made available to the African American people as payment or opportunity at leveling the playing field for the advent of slavery here in America. However, Black Americans still continue to hold America in general and all of its potential hostage, and prevents America from making any decisions without first considering its criminal background as slave holders. Black Americans will never allow America in general, all Americans, to ever be free of their record as criminals, as slave holders. Now, let me quickly state, I am an ex-convict. More than 35 years ago, I was involved in crime in my youth. I was caught in crime, sent to prison, spent 3.5 years. I've lived a stellar life since then, more than 35 years without crime. I've pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I've been educated, and now am an educator, pastor, community leader, and activist, and speaker on the Manning Report. However, my life is constantly held hostage, kidnapped by those who would want to prevent me from moving forward by always reminding me that I once was a criminal. So I understand how America feels when Blacks always remind them that they once held slaves. I understand that. I am no longer a criminal. I am far from it. My life is so transformed, so reformed, so reborn away from my criminal activities. It's like night and day on different planets. That's how far removed I am. However, there are many in the world who will never allow me to move beyond the fact that I once was a criminal. Well, Black people have found that to be the one power tool that they have, and they are working it to no end. They are holding America hostage. Now, let me tell you something. This appointment by, first of all, the presidency of Barack Hussein Obama was nothing more than the highest demonstration of the hostage, the hostile, and the kidnapping of American ideas, forcing America into a position to take a less than worthy, less than Black, half white Black person to be president. It was the highest, if you will, attempt at ransoming from America what would be a payoff for once America being a nation of slave holders. The appointment by this now alleged half white, half Black president smacks of the same kind of a hostage, whereby he now appoints someone that he must first consider before appointing anybody. What will the Black people, who are the smallest minority now in America, and not only the smallest minority, the least significant minority. However, The one thing that black people hold, Jewish people, while I'm not against Jews, I love them. I thank God for them. I thank God for Christianity coming from Judaism. However, Jewish people have money, influence, and they touch the world in a much different, much more powerful way, though they be a small people. Black people have one claim to fame, and that is they can always remind America, the most prominent nation on the planet, that you were once slaveholders and we are your victims. We are your dirty children. We are your children that came out of your illicit relationship with lust for greed and power and world dominance. We are here and we're not going away, and you need to take care of us. This matter must be resolved. This matter must be brought to light. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here in Harlem. That's why I have preached the sermons I've preached for years to the Harlem people, to black people. And many of the sermons I've preached have brought me enemies, more enemies from black people than from any other people. And I understand that because I'm telling black people the truth. I am telling them that they're simply kidnappers, if you will. They are holding America hostage. They are forcing America to live beneath where she could live. And so my teachings are hated by the black masses. Just a few black people follow what I have to say. But nonetheless, I speak the truth. A number of white people who have become extremely racist, who are trying to deal with the fact that this nation was once a nation of slaveholders, and they too have been made to feel guilty when they watch the movies on television, the Bloods and the Crips, the colors, and they watch the communities and they see from a distance the lifestyles that blacks are living. They feel very, very, very guilty. And so therefore their racism begins to flourish, and they promote and support, both in the media and in education, people like Barack Hussein Obama, to the detriment. It just empowers the idea. What we need is an open dialogue. We need someone who is truly black, who can actually tell black people the truly truth and speak clearly about their behavior has become criminal, that their behavior is subjecting all of the world to a lesser America, because America has to anticipate before they make any decision about a president or a congressperson or a Supreme Court justice or a governor or a mayor, they must consider what will black people think, what will black people do. And they don't do that for Asians or Indians or any other, or Hispanics. They don't do that for any other people except blacks, because blacks are continually to remind white America, you are slaveholders or former slaveholders, the same way people continue to remind me every day that I'm an ex-convict. I'm not that. I'm so far away from that it isn't even debatable. And America is so far away from slavery, it isn't even debatable. But like America, or like me, I'm still held hostage by those who at any time wish to raise that against me and hold me hostage, kidnap me and make me pay a ransom, make me pay a dear price, keep me out of circles, keep me out of places where I am entitled to go. The same is now being done by America. America has missed its mark on what will be the greatest growth of this nation, because it is America has been constantly reminded of her slave holding past. We need to be free. I'm here, and I'm not going to stop. I know there are a lot of liberal minded whites who are simple racists, and I want to say something to you liberal whites, those who come from that perspective. You need to check yourself, and please disengage yourself from uniting with the hostage and the kidnapping of America and the continual supporting of those who cry that America is a criminal, that it's a former slaveholder, and allowing blacks to be criminals by taking hostage America. Disengage yourself. Pray about this. Think clearly about it. Understand what you're doing and the destruction that you're bringing, that we could be a far greater nation and the world could be a far greater people. Let black people be who they're going to be. Let them integrate themselves. Let them understand that continuing to bring up America's slaveholding past is just flat out wrong. It is criminal.